Well, Nicholas, we were just catching up on old times when you came to Dallas, you and Matthew Modine for Birdie. And that still is one of my favorite films of all time, and your performance was just remarkable.
Well, thank you.
And now it's such fun to see you in this picture, Raising Arizona, because it's so, see, I can't even say it with a straight face. It's so outrageously funny, and you're wonderful in it. I'm so impressed that you get such a wide variety of roles, Nicholas. And do you think you've just been kind of lucky in that respect, or is it something you've really worked at?
Well, I think I have been lucky, first of all, but also I feel that I kind of waited for the right script to come along. But I think it's luck, too.
Did the Coens have you in mind for this role when they wrote it?
I don't think so, no. I met them once, and we talked about model rocketry. And then I flew to New York and read for them because they wanted to see if I could get a regional accent going because they felt I might have been too urban for it. And then that went really well. So we did the picture together, and I hired a vocal coach named Julie Adams who helped me with the dialect.
Yeah. What was this conversation about model rocketry? How did you ever get on that?
I don't know. I just remember, I went into the meeting and I had yellow paint all over my shoe, and they said, "What's that from?" And I said I was spray painting a rocket. And they said, "Oh," and I said, "Model rocketry, do you do it?" And they said, "No," and we talked about rockets.
But you do that.
I did at that time. It was sort of a phase I was going through.
And you launched them in the whole thing?
Yeah, you go to a park and you launch them. They got some good models.
All right. Okay. Let's talk about, more specifically, about Raising Arizona. You're a single guy, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. What I'm getting at is I would assume that you don't have a lot of experience or didn't have a lot of experience handling babies.
No. I had no experience handling babies.
So what was that like for you when you had to start picking up the babies and all that?
It was bizarre. It was because there were 8 babies and there were 8 stage mothers to go with them, and the babies were crying and the stage mothers were giving me militant glares and telling me what to do and can you hold a baby, and then there were all these different angles going on, and babies to me are very strange because they don't appear human to me. They're sort of, they've got their own way of thinking, you know, they're sort of alien, and I respect them for it, but I know that someday they'll grow up and be humans.
I think in the scene where you bring the baby home, the way you hold that baby out is hilarious. Now, did you just instinctively do that?
I don't remember really. I think it was something that just happened and just, yeah, I think so.
Then another scene, of course, that's such a riot is the supermarket chase. Now tell me about anything that you remember or what you went through making that.
It was just one big blur. I mean, it took about 2 weeks to shoot, and all the action sequences took a long time to shoot. And I just remember I'd go to my trailer and I'd listen to some music, and they'd call me to the set and just run, you know, just run. And here we're gonna like have dogs chase you, and they'd tell me what happened, and I'd do it. It's just a big blur.
Was it an actual supermarket or just a set that they
No,
made?
it was a real supermarket.
So you had to shoot what, at night? Or?
Yeah, at night.
Yeah.
It was kind of fun, actually, when I think about it. There was something sort of late night with Oreo cookies watching an old TV monster movie about it.
Now, what is it like for you when you go to a supermarket? Do you relive that?
Sometimes I think about it. I mean, sometimes I look at the Huggies section and think about it.
You have a great desire to reach up and pull Huggies off the shelf, do you?
Not anymore, no.
You got over there. What do you see for the Academy Awards? What do you see for winners? Who do you see for winners?
Oh, I never can tell. I mean, I really don't know.
Are you a voting member?
No.
See, that's something that always amazes people. They see an actor like yourself and they can't believe that you're not a voting member.
Yeah.
Would you like to be?
Sure. If it, if it ever came my way, yeah, I'd vote. I'd like to vote. I'd vote for Chloe Webb from Sid and Nancy. I'd vote for her to be nominated.
Yeah, except that she's not
She's
nominated,
not
but you
so
would.
that's why I never
Yeah.
can tell.
Yeah, yeah. What is the next thing you're doing, or the next film that you have coming out?
I did a movie in Toronto with Norman Jewison called Moonstruck, and Cher played a woman named Loretta, and I play a guy named Ronnie, and she is marrying my brother, but I sort of intervene and fall in love with her, so it's a romantic comedy of sorts.
Still a different kind of role from
Yeah.
anything you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you're more kind of a straight person rather than a character.
I'm as straight as you can get with a wooden hand.
What?
I have a wooden hand in the movie.
From a
From
war?
cutting it off in a bread slicer. He's a baker with a wooden hand.
All right.
There you go.
Yeah. And then anything else that you're looking at?
No, not at the moment, no.
Yeah. Have you ever been offered a role that you turned down, Nicholas, that you later regretted and thought, darn, I should have done that?
Not yet, no.
Have you ever lost one that you just felt real bad about?
No, not at the moment, no.
You have been lucky.
I feel very lucky. I mean, basically, I just wait for the right project, and if it comes along, I'll do it.
And do you make your own decisions, or do you get in a huddle with friends and associates and people you respect?
I try to ask other people who I respect what their opinion of the matter is.
Is Francis Coppola close to you in your decision making? Because he is your uncle.
He is. I don't really ask him if I should do this project or not. I did once, and he said, "Well, why don't, Ed, my agent, seems to know what he's doing. Well, what does he think?" So, but he's, yeah. I mean, I feel pretty lucky about it. So far, there hasn't been any problems with what I've chosen, I feel.
That's for sure. That's for sure. Well, Nicholas, it's good to see you again. Congratulations on Raising Arizona. It's just hilarious and great fun.
Thanks.
And you're wonderful in it.
Thank you.
And I hope we'll have a chance to talk on maybe Moonstruck again.
Okay.
Okay?
All right.
Thanks so much, Nicholas.
Bye-bye.
Enjoyed it.
Okay, keep
Nice,
the tape rolling,
nice
please.
interview.